Okay, what is up, my veggies? My name's RTR, and today we're reviewing Wrong Turn 3, which, honestly, going into it, I had actually going into it, I didn't remember which one it was, but I still had very extremely low expectations for this movie. And my goodness, this movie seems to be so... I'm going to go ahead and put this out now because this blows my mind. This movie is so bad. I guess I'm not going to say my opinion, but critics don't even have a rating for it on Rotten Tomatoes. There's not even a score for it. There's 4 reviews, and I want to see if they're negative or positive. They're all negative, so you can basically say it has a 0, basically. But the audience score is 23. Let's start off with the positives. This is not as bad as I was expecting, but it's definitely not that good either. One of the main things I don't like about Wrong Turn 3, one thing I really like about Wrong Turn 3 is it does call back. What was that? It does call back to the first and second movie. The first one, it mentions the watchtower that burned down. The second one, it brings up the baby from the end of the second one. And that's really it, but I do like those little details. And obviously Three Finger is back. There's only 2 this time. It's the little baby, little grown up from the first movie, and then there's a little baby grown up after the first movie. There's a little bit grown up from the second movie, and there's Three Finger. So 3 toe and 3 finger. Which it's a little weaker with just 2, and then half spoilers. Halfway through, it's only 1 again. Because really, 3 toe doesn't really do anything. I guess it's because he's a kid, but also the other ones were kind of kids, teenagers, I guess. In the last one, some of them were. And those guys did a lot of... I don't know. It just really was odd. And I don't know how much time is done in the span of these two films. But surprise... because the plot is there's this prison bus that's being... transferring these inmates. And they also wind up... From the cold open, there's also this girl they also run into after they crash the bus. And it's... very weird to just use that when we've used we used teenagers or college students from the first movie, and then the second one had these film actors and reality show people, and then we have prisoners, which you hate a lot of these characters, and you're especially there's one character who's the leader, trying to take the leader mantle of all the kind of a secondary antagonist, which, in a Wrong Turn movie, do we need a secondary antagonist? Why would we need a secondary antagonist? He's not even in cahoots with the cannibals or anything like that. It's a whole secondary, antagonistic plot line, which is really, really weird. But also, you do not like this character, and he stays around in the movie way too long. You want to see this character get his comeuppance, but it takes forever for this character to still be. And there are other characters they set up plot line for one character at the early start of the movie where it's he's an undercover cop and he's trying to get in with this guy's gonna last so long. Nope. It really plays. I guess it's with a slash movie. You don't know who's gonna die sometimes, but also it feels like they try to set things up and they're nope. It's a problem the second movie had as well. There were things that were just done just to set up some drama that never was executed well and never had any resolution, or characters were killed off before things could even happen. which sometimes can be alright, but like here, like I felt like they wanted to do a little more with that, but they just didn't, because they was like, this is a wrong turn movie and we gotta get those kills. And speaking of which, some of the kills look pretty bad, because some of them, not pretty bad, but somewhat bad because they use CG, but there's like an opening kill where this dude's cut into 3 slices. Haha, wrong turn 3. I get it. But with that being said, like when he falls apart, it looks horrible. But then when you like see it in pieces, it looks all right. And there's some other shots that look really weird with the CG, but like a lot of the practical effects, like a scene where Three Finger cracked this guy's skull open, that looks pretty cool. It's a really well makeup effect. But like this movie definitely it harms itself in that regard. What do I think of the movie? I think it is probably the worst one of the 3 so far, even though it's not as bad as I was expecting. Because one thing that really, when the movie ends, you're like, it's end, there's like another scene. It's not even a post-credit scene. It's like it goes black, and then there's like another scene. I'm like, what? And then it's like, really? Really? You had us thinking something this whole time, and then it really, and then the ending, like the ending, like why did you have to tag on another little ending? Especially with what happened. It seems like they're wanting a sequel bait, but the next 2 sequels are prequels, which makes no darn sense to me. Like, it makes absolutely no sense to me, and it's just, I don't understand why they did what they did. And it's just weird to me. I don't know why they did it that way, and it just felt wrong. So I've got to give this movie a 2.5 out of 5 is where I will throw it. I'm not going to be that mean to it, but I'm not going to be that nice either. It does not deserve any higher, and it might deserve lower, but I'm going to be nice to it. Like I said, there's some stuff like our final girl. Like, she's fine. She's nothing... the opening. There's an opening with the opening kills with these the group the final girl's a part of. You get some more unnecessary nudity, and it is very. I feel dirty watching with that because it's like a freaking. It feels like porn dialogue going on, and I'm like, what the heck am I watching right now? And I'm like, and plus the acting in that opening bit is really bad. And she's like, "Oh, do you think I'm?" I'm not gonna repeat what she says, but it's just legit. It just became so. It's weird, and I don't like it. And this movie just, it doesn't sit well with me. It really doesn't. Like, it just really does not sit well with me. Just the way that this movie is, just the way that it's handled, I don't know, it's just really weird to me, and I just really don't know. What do you guys think, though? What do you guys think of Wrong Turn 3, Left 4 Dead? I really want to know what you guys think. I'm very curious, since there's like, it's definitely where the series starts to go downhill, because it went uphill with from the first one to the second one, because the second one is better than the first one, but now it just like derails and goes down, and I think it gets even worse from this point. But like, this movie is not good, and it's fine. That's probably the word I used to describe it. But what do you guys think? I am very curious to know what you guys think of this franchise. This movie. It was something. I will go ahead and say that right now. It is definitely something. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments section. And that's what I gotta say. I will see you guys in the next one. Links to all my other social medias will be down on the description below, and channels and all that good stuff. 2 more horror franchises I plan on looking at next. I'm going to go ahead and tease these. I'm going to be looking at Nightmare on Elm Street next, and probably Lake Placid, because I've kind of really wanted to look at the Lake Placid franchise. So, and probably coincide with the Lake Placid will probably be the Anaconda series, since they do a crossover. So I will definitely probably be taking a look at those films. So that's all I gotta say, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!